Hi everyone. Hi, welcome to my presentation about anxiety and stress relief. I want to introduce myself first of all. My name is Lucia Nicolini. I'm an Italian mom, but I live in California. I'm an emotion and body code practitioner, which I will explain a little bit what it is later. Holistic health coach, Reiki master, and yoga teacher. So today, how I say, we're gonna talk about anxiety. What is anxiety? Why is such a big subject in our society? Why we talk so much about anxiety? What is the big issues in our society? Why is it so strong? So first of all, I want to address a little bit about what is anxiety, because I have many clients that comes to me with all kinds of issues. The most common, most of the time is anxiety. And they all say to me that they have a disease. So it's not a disease. Anxiety and stress are not a disease. Sometimes might feel like a disease. I get it. It feels really heavy into your body. It feels like something is wrong with you. It feels like headache or some heaviness into your body. So I can see why people sometimes confuse anxiety as a disease. But anxiety and stress are symptoms. Anxiety symptoms can come in all shapes and sizes. Experience these symptoms does not make you strange, but they might be confusing or scary. It's helpful to know that you are not alone and your experiences are real and valid. So, why did I say doesn't make you feel strange? Um, it's anxiety and stress. How many people experience anxiety and stress in their life? There is no person in this world probably that doesn't feel that. Very few, very few. So I give an example which helps sometimes my clients to understand how anxiety works in our nervous system. So imagine like a baby that is inside the mom body, feeling everything the mother feels, hearing her voice all the time, hearing her heartbeat the whole time. So when this baby is ready to come out of the mother's body, um, many times like I'm the kind of mom that I really like to do skin to skin as much as I can. I still do now with my 4 years old a lot, but many times happen that this baby has a separation from the mother, and it's natural because the mothers maybe sometimes need to go to the bathroom, or needs to cook some food, or needs to do all the things the mothers do. So there is this separation happening sometimes between the mothers and the baby, and for the baby it's really traumatic somehow, because imagine like living in a world where everything is around your mother, everything is like the voice, the heartbeat, and all of the sudden that is not that contact. So for a baby, that is all the universe, and all the universe at some point disappear and doesn't have any explanations for that. So for a baby, can be really stressful, can create a lot of anxiety. In fact, it's called anxiety for separation, because the two are having a physical separation. So that's why the baby sometimes cries so much, and it's the mother. And we live in a society sometimes where the mother has to work, and so many babies experience these issues. It's a real issue. So overall, over time, this can create a lot of problem in a person. That can be one of the traumas that create anxiety and stress, but can be many different ones. So that's to explain you that feeling anxiety and stress is kind of like normal. Everybody experiences that once in their life. And so you're not alone. You're never alone in this, and there is always a way to help to release this energy. I ask to some of my clients that came here with anxiety problem to explain a little bit how to describe anxiety in one word, just one word. The first word that comes to your mind. So this is kind of like an image that I create to explain, to put together all the feelings that people have when they have anxiety. So it can be fear, can be stress, of course, can be headache, can be phobia, angst, nervousness, fatigue, tension, panic attack, chest pain. So all these words kind of like explain how you feel when you have a strong anxiety, when you have a strong stress in your life. And so I put these words all together to create a better understanding, to have a better to visualize better what it is. Here I just wanted to separate a little bit stress and anxiety, because sometimes you can get confused of the two things. So stress is a short term thing. So imagine like you have an exam, or imagine like before this presentation, I have felt a little bit stressed. I have to prepare my presentation. I have to have water next to me, all the things. So it can be a little bit stressed, but it's a short term. Also, if I know many people that have a lot of stress throughout their life, but it can be really moments that you have stress, and in response to a recognized threat, like for example an exam, performance, or anything. Symptoms that you might have with stress is moodiness, irritability or anger, loneliness, dizziness, nausea, anxious thoughts, general unhappiness, or feeling of being overwhelmed, which is something that many mothers I know up there feels like that. So stress is something that we feel a lot when we have kids around and make food for everybody and get ready for going out and everything. In the other side, we have anxiety, which anxiety can be longer. Like there are people like that have chronic anxiety. They live all their life with anxiety, and they don't really know sometimes what this comes from. That's the part that the anxiety can become chronic, because sometimes it doesn't feel that belongs to us, but it is. It's part of our system. Our body feels that. So sometimes can be a problem because people don't really know what this comes from. The symptoms that you might have with anxiety is restlessness, tenseness, sweating, nervousness, a feeling of unease or dread. What stress and anxiety have in common, the symptoms that they have in common, is faster heartbeat, faster breathing, diarrhea, or constipation. So we're going a little bit deeper now that we go ahead, but this is a little bit an illustration. I wanted to bring it up. And so I have clients that come to me and with anxiety problem, with all kinds of different issues, but how do I work with anxiety? How do I approach these issues with my clients? So anxiety is an energy. So I'm an energy healer, and that's my purpose, my the love that I put into my job is to help people to release energy that get trapped into their body that doesn't feel good, and anxiety can be one of those. So I just treat anxiety as an energy that needs to be released to make the person feel more comfortable, more grounded, happier, lighter. And so I say I'm an emotion and body code practitioner. And now I explain a little bit better what it is. The emotion code and body code was created by this smiley guy on the side of my screen. his name is Dr. Bradley Nelson, which I'm very grateful for him, for his life. Um, he's a chiropractor. He's an holistic doctor, very intuitive personality. He helped people for all his life, probably, and he created the emotion and body code to make other people, other practitioners, to study and to spread this amazing healing. Highly recommend this book, The Emotion Code. I know that is coming, the body code too, soon, so get ready. The Emotion Code, it's how I started. I received the first time an emotion code session from a woman, and from one single session, really, I received so much healings, and my life unfolded in a completely different way. Um, and I could understand my traumas. I could understand why I was aware about my emotions. I was holding in my body, and once that I released these emotions, my body started opening up again. So a year after I received the session, I decided to read the emotion code, and then after that, I just fell in love with this healing, and I started studying to become a practitioner. I was already a Reiki healer before that, so I just wanted to have something that really helped people to release forever their problems, not just temporary, but just something that really helped forever people, like for the rest of their life. And this is a beautiful way to do that. With the emotion code, we have a chart. You see that there are many emotions in this chart, and look at column A, row 2. The first on the line that we see is anxiety. So anxiety is one of these emotions that belong to this chart, and we find every people have different emotion that we can find in the body, and so you see how many we have and how many we can work on our body to release these energies, and anxiety is one of those. So how do we release that? How do we find this emotion? We work with muscle testing. So muscle testing is a beautiful, amazing tools to tap into your body, to know what's wrong into your body, to just trust that your body knows what needs to heal. There are many ways to do muscle testing. It's a very difficult practice. I found. I thought that just watching Dr. Pradinelson do it, I thought it was easy. And then when I started to do it, I had to practice a lot every day for about 2 years to make myself comfortable with this way. So the muscle testing, there are many types of muscle testing. One of the most common is the one with the arms parallel to the floor, where you put some pressure on the arm. You can do on a client, so you can do on yourself, and you just, with this pressure, you ask questions to your subconscious mind, and your subconscious mind can respond yes or no. So when it's yes, your body is strong, and when it's not, your body goes weak. So, for example, when you train, you start with the name, just to make your body feels comfortable with that. So you start with your name. My name is Lucia. It's strong. My body feels strong. My name is Bob, and it goes lower. So in this way, we can really tap into the body in a very deep way. We can really ask questions to the body if there is any disease, if there is any toxin, pathogen. Like we can really go deep in knowing the body. And it's also a healing that is done in from distance. So I have my family in Italy. I always work with them with this method, and so I'm always amazed how it works. Also, if we miles away, because we all made of energy, so we all send to each other's energy. How many times happened to you to look into your phone thinking to someone and that person call you all of a sudden and then you say, oh, I was just thinking about you. That it's energy. Or sometimes when clients are kind of like not really trusting that this method works from far away, I always tell her, like, did you ever pray? When you pray, what you send to the other person, you send energy. You want that the person gets better. You want that the person pass that exam. You know that the person succeeds. You pray that the person feels good, feels your energy. So that's definitely what we do. We just send energy to people, and our thoughts are made of energies too. Everything is made of energy. So how we release these energies, these bad energies from our body, we in general, I use this magnet. This is the magnet that I use, but you can use any type of magnet. The beginning of the book, the emotion code, started say that you might have the most powerful tools to heal in your house and you don't even know. It's probably on your refrigerator, and it's the magnet. So with the magnet, it's a tool that is being used by Chinese medicine for many, 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 many years, and it needs to. You can release bad energy, trapped emotions, heavy discomforts into your body just with the magnet. It's a really powerful tool. So if you don't have it, trying to have it, because it's also just good to feel into your body. If you want to put it into your pocket, it's just like it's a nice energy to have in your life. So how I say, I'm also a body code practitioner. So I studied the emotion code and the body code. The body code is, let's say, is the second level of the certification. So the body code, it's not just about emotion, but it's about everything. It's the body code is a form of energy healing that assists in balancing the body in the following different aspects: emotional, energetic, nutritional, structural, pathogens, and toxicity. So how you see, it can literally covers everything is going on in the body. Always through muscle testing, we work with the body code. It's a sophisticated and complete method of body balancing. Anything that is imbalanced in the body is able to be identified and correct. It's not amazing. I think it's awesome. Sometimes I have clients that say to me, oh, thank you for the healings. Thank you. You healed me. And I'm always say, I'm not healing you because your body knows how to heal. I just create the condition from your body to heal. I'm just a channel. It's like when you have a scarf in your body that after a few days it's gonna be healed because your body knows exactly what to do. So just trust that with this method, we just send this energy to the body to release the bad energy, but to replace with the good energy, so that the body is able to heal completely. So about anxiety, how do we work with the emotion and body code with anxiety? So if we, through muscle testing, we end up in the energy field. So the energy, of course, if you tap in one of this, opens up other files of other windows, and it's full of notions. It's full of informations. This method, and you can have on your phone, you can have on your computer. Is like it's amazing. So you open energy, and you can find post-traumatic events. So imagine like anxiety can come from a traumatic experience, like I say, like a baby not having the contact with the mother. Unfortunately, sometimes happens, and so baby experience a lot of anxiety throughout their life, and they might affect all their life. So that can be one of the a reason why we end up in energy, or can be something like emotional. I said the emotion code help you to release some emotional from there. Or we work sometimes with the heart wall. heart wall is a way to protect your body when you have traumatic experience, when you have strong experience. So, but creating that wall doesn't allow you to open up to the world, to be open, to feel love, to succeed, to find the love of your life, maybe. So the purpose of releasing that wall is to allow you to feel lighter. Everybody have a heart wall most of the time, and so you can see how when you release part of the heart wall, how your life around changed so drastically, pretty quickly too. So, and it can be something like, we work with beliefs too. We have every day, we have more than 60,000 thoughts. So imagine how much work we put in our subconscious mind every day. So imagine if you go to do an exam, for example, and you're not prepared, or maybe you tell yourself that you're not good. I'm not prepared, I'm not good enough, I'm not ready. So if you put this belief in your subconscious mind, create this energy where you feel insecure. So with the body code, we can help to release that energy, and we can help to feel the body more secure, creating less anxiety. Because I'm sure if you go to do an exam with the belief that you're not prepared enough, you might have a lot of stress and anxiety before that exam. So in that way, you release some of the energy, so you feel more confident of doing that exam. But it can be like also like something about allergy or intolerance that can create some anxiety, and through the body code we can find the allergy and the intolerance. And then we can also like tap in. Can happen that we end up on circulatory system, where circulatory system is, it's more about organs, gland, meridian. So go a little bit inside our body and find if there is some uncomfortable feelings that come from some of the organs, and what this come from, what is the emotion that is trapped there. So imagine like you have anxiety, you might feel into your stomach or in your gut something that is wrong. In fact, one of the symptoms is constipation, for example. So you might be constipated for a while. So we found that anxiety is what is creating this problem and these organs, specific organs into your body. So when you release this emotion from that organ in particular, you finally might feel relief and you might feel that your body started flowing again and started working again in the right way. So that's when we go into current system, how we tap into every organ and gland and everything that we can find that doesn't work properly. We can find some toxins in our body that create anxiety. I mean, I always suggest people, when they have anxiety, and if it comes out during our work, that they use too much caffeine. And so caffeine can be a really strong toxin for our body and can create a lot of anxiety. So not all my clients listen to me when I give an advice, but that's okay. Part of my job, I'm embracing that. I'm just here to guide you. But sometimes I say, yeah, you might experience some anxiety because you're drinking too much coffee, or you eating too much sugar, or there is this you eating too much processed food. So it might come out with the toxin. But toxin is like about so many things. It's like can be heavy metal, can be, you can have dental toxin, or you can have electromagnetic radiation too. For example, a few days ago I forgot to turn off my Wi-Fi at night. I always turn off my Wi-Fi, and I suggest to do it to everybody if you can. And I forgot. And the morning after, I woke up feeling really anxious, really tired, feeling anxiety. I have a long list of stuff to do, and I felt I couldn't do it. And then when I did the body code on myself, because this is another thing, you can also do the healing on yourself. I found that there was a EMF toxicity in my body. So once that I released that toxicity, my body started working again. I was feeling better, I was feeling grounded, I was feeling really good, I was feeling prepared for the day, and just with one single toxicity. So that's how powerful can be EMF and all these energies around us. Another one can be environmental. We breathe pollutions, agriculture, toxicity, or cosmetic that we put on our skin that sometimes we don't know that might be toxic and could create some anxiety. Cleaning supplies sometimes are really toxic, and you breathe into your house all the time and you feel all this toxicity around you. So I made my mother change all her cleaning supplies last time I went to Italy, because I was feeling so much of this strong smell into my system. I was like, we need to change all your cleaning supplies. So it's a fact, toxin can really create anxiety. Then we can also like tap into pathogen. So pathogen, like talking about virus, how much in this last year we have anxiety around virus. We literally changed all our life around this, all the news that we're always talking about virus and we're all getting sick and all these things. So for sure, having a virus can create a lot of anxiety and a lot of problem in the nervous system. So with the body code, you can release the virus, you can release the mold. So mold is another thing really easy to get. Like imagine you leave a piece of bread on the counter and that gets mold pretty easily. I mean, our body already has mold, but sometimes increase because the air quality or anything. Um, and so in this way, you can release mold, you can release parasites, fungus, bacterial, and that's for sure. It's a way to help the body to work better and be lighter, feel lighter. Um, Another thing that we might have a misalignment. Dr. Bradley Nelson is a chiropractor. So he, in one of his workshops, he was explaining that some people were coming to him and to have adjustments, some clients in his office. And of course, so we has emotion and body code practitioner, we not doing adjustment unless you train to do that. But so in the case of the Dr. Bradina, so he's training to be a chiropractor. So people were coming to have adjustments, and most of the time he was ending up doing the emotion and body code, because sometimes we have neck problem, lower back. It's all like energy that we accumulate in our body. So when you release this energy, the body and start moving again, and you might help some misalignment to get aligned. so that's another thing that help to release anxiety too. I make me think about my husband. He had an injury a few years ago, and he couldn't walk, he couldn't even think, because the pain, it was so strong and it was really overwhelming, and it so created a lot of stress in his life. And having the tools of like releasing this energy, this pain, this discomfort in his body was such a huge relief for him, because he could finally feel the energy moving again into his body. So of course we work also with chakras, meridian, and all the things. And then there is nutrition and lifestyle, which is personally something that I really like to tap in sometimes, because it's when the body tells you, okay, now I told you what are my problems. Now I wanted that you do something like I wanted that you do some more yoga or more meditation. And most of the time when you have anxiety, it's the best thing to do is just sit down and meditate. Or maybe there is an essential oils that you might need to help your anxiety, your stress to be released. And these essential oils sometimes are really powerful. Make me think about lavender or some frankincense that really help to release some of the anxiety, some of the stress, and just let it go sometimes. So this is a little bit about the body code. Of course, it's a huge subject. There is so much to say. So many of my clients, when they come, they just learn little by little how to work with the emotion and body code. But it's a really beautiful support for this kind of problems. And I wanna finish my presentation with these beautiful rainbows. This is my backyard and my house in Joshua Tree. Was after a big storm, and so after this big storm there was this rainbow that lasts for about 2 hours. Was the longest time I see rainbows. It was just straight on my backyard. So just to make you understand that after every storm there is most of the time a rainbow, there is most of the time the sun. So just trust, and I hope with this video you understood a little bit better how anxiety and stress can impact your life, and knowing that there is always a solution. I hope you get inspired to work with me, to start work with me, and I will be so honored and happy to help you to go through whatever you're going through, and help you to release some anxiety, maybe some stress. Thank you so much for listening to this presentation, and I hope you have a beautiful day, a beautiful journey, and namaste.